pass me the Excedrin. My head hurts, give me medicine. Mind numbing, migraine. Can't think of a worse pain. Sweet dreams, restless, toss and turn, stress shit. Sharp lights cut me so deep. Long nights, no sleep. Wake up from this nightmare. Time's up and I don't care. Work hard, no breaks. No escape from the mistakes. So sick, gonna throw up. Smoke this, gonna blow up. Cold thoughts and a blank stare. Someone help me get the fuck up out of here, yeah. Flashbacks of a dark time. Weak thoughts and a strong mind. Feels like I am failing. Trying to keep up, ship is sailing. I'ma have a heart attack, no peace. Head is pounding, no release. Am I burnt out like a candle? How much more of this shit can I handle? I'm at my breaking point. Can I stop now? Like the fucking joint, turn it off now. I see headlights off in the distance. May I please have some assistance? Cause I'm so lost. And it's raining, making no sense what I'm saying. On a crash course straight to oblivion. Fall short again, no dominion. You could judge me, break me down, tip the scales and kill the clown. No smiles, I get no rest, and I'm so blind, so stressed, yeah. Last place, can't keep up, is it too late? Time's up, someone pass me the Excedrin. Something's wrong with my motherfucking head again. Something's wrong with my motherfucking head again. Yeah, just pass the Excedrin, pass the Excedrin. Something's wrong with my motherfucking head again. Just pass the Excedrin, pass the Excedrin. Yeah, man, I'll tell you what. These fucking migraines gotta stop. I'm so sick and tired of waking up with a headache, going to sleep with a headache. One of these days, yo, it's just gonna pop. Whoa. So just pass the Excedrin, pass the Excedrin. Yeah. Yo, something's wrong with my motherfucking head again. Yeah. Yo, just pass the Excedrin, pass the Excedrin. Shit. Something's wrong with my motherfucking head again.
Whoop, whoop. Close it down.
What up?
Oh shit. What's up?
How's it going, buddy?
How the hell are you guys?
Rough today.
Good. Can you hear me?
I can hear all y'all just fine.
All right.
Y'all hear my southern accent coming out there. You're all y'all.
Do you hear my Minnesota accent coming out?
Hey, yes, I hear it.
So how's things been with you?
With me?
Yeah.
I mean, things are going pretty good. Kind of chaotic at the moment, but staying semi-sane, I suppose. Super busy as always.
Sane E.
It's just the sane part, not the in part.
So
Nice to join you guys on the Lows and Loud podcast. Happy to be here.
yeah,
Thanks for having
appreciate you coming on. So for people who don't know who you are, you kind of want to give them a little briefing on who Insane E is.
Okay, so back about 4.6 billion years ago, the planet Earth was created. Fast forward a little bit in time to we'll say 1984. Eric Shetler was born, and then magic happened.
The second Big Bang.
That's right. No, what do you want to know, man? I don't know.
We want to know how you wound up where you're at.
Well,
So how did you get the start? Like, what inspired you to start making music?
musically, I back in, we'll say 2003 is when I really started getting the itch. Before that we were doing some. I was in a group called No Clue Records, and the No Clue Crew, and we released our first CD in 2004 around Christmas time. It was called Yuletide Chaos, Dropping Logs, and it was just like I think it was like 5 or 6, maybe 7. No, I think there might be 8 tracks on it total, and it was us just riffing on the holiday season. You know, making fucked up funny tracks about, you know, Mrs. Claus as a whore, about Frank and Frosty, who's like a snowman who, when you put his hat on, he came to life and started murdering everybody. Bloody holidays, and the music wasn't so good, but we had a lot of fun doing it, you know. And so where that all started is, see, I'm already off track. Jeez.
Okay,
Um,
go off track on this one.
Right. So I am a juggalo since 8th grade. So at one point I started hanging out with these guys from Lisbon, Ohio, called the Lisbon Juggalos, and you know, kind of found my home there with them. And we were doing mini gatherings where we would do karaoke as ICP and Twisted. And you know, I was always Shaggy, and my buddy Jay was always Violent J, and 2 other guys were Twisted, and Blaze and Esham and all them. And we would just, you know, put the music on this tractor trailer stage that we had set up with a PA system that we bought or rented. Yeah. And we just having fun, having mini gatherings, you know, and pretending to be the people we looked up to at the time. And so that turned into us wanting to, you know, start actually taking music a little seriously. And this dude Havoc, Mike McHugh, moved to town, and or I don't know at what point he came out of the woodwork and started bringing his beat machine over to my buddy Gertie's house, and he started playing around with this beat machine. And I'm like, hey, you know, I want to take a stab at that. I want to try playing around with that thing. And we all just started having fun with it. We got the free version of Pro Tools. You know, it only allowed you to have like 7 tracks or whatever it was. And so we did the best we could with this beat machine and free Pro Tools, and we put out the Christmas album, and No Clue Records was born.
What was the beat maker thing like then? Like, what kind of style was it?
It was like this, I'd say like a 8.5 by 11, like a sheet of paper size. It had all these rubber pads on it that you just push to make the noises, and then you select through it with the other buttons and put it on this track, and then loop this, and then, you know, kind of like you had to learn how to set it up. That's a little newer than the one we had, but it's a, you know, similar concept. It's just a programmable beat machine that you don't have to have hooked up to a computer or anything. And
sure.
you know, and we made a lot of our first several albums worth of beats on that thing. And funny fact is we're starting to make some new music after so long, and Gertie busted out, either he bought a new one of the same one we had back then, or he refurbished the one we had back then. I can't remember what he said, but now he's working on making beats with the same beat machine that when we started. So
That's
it's kind of cool.
awesome.
You know? And I'm excited to hear what he's got cooking on that end of things. But yeah, fucking now.
Those sound like a lot of, I mean, maybe you guys were partying, but it sounds like some nice innocent fun. That sounds wholesome as fuck.
Oh yeah, we had a blast, and nobody got hurt, and until we started doing our bigger thing. But yeah, that turned into us doing No Clue, and we were the No Clue Crew, and we started having our own mini gatherings where we were the headliners, and we had our homies opening for us, and it was no longer a karaoke thing. We did it. It was called Sauce Storm, and we were, you know, obsessed with Taco Bell sauce. So we would go to the Taco Bells and, you know, take as much sauce as we possibly could, filling up grocery bags full of sauce, and then storing them for the year until Sauce Storm, where we would have these giant buckets of Taco Bell packets on stage, and we would just throw them out into the crowd, you know, kind of like what ICP does with the Faygo, but it was, you know, not as messy unless you get one of them popped in your face, and then you got like fire sauce in your eye for the night, you know.
Diablo.
Yeah, right. Fuck. This was before Diablo. This was before they started writing on the packs. This was, the sayings that you see on the Taco Bell packs. That was before that. And I think that we are probably part of the reason that Taco Bell started limiting how much sauce you get when you go through. Because back then, and some people don't, they'll give you a fucking handful, but
I was gonna
back
say,
then,
I've gotten less than 10.
yeah, they're kind of stingy in certain places. So, I'm sorry,
So I just want to clarify quick. Could you spell out the name of that group once? Because when you first said it,
Yeah.
I was like, did he say no? He must have said Saw Storm or something, not Sauce.
sauce. Yeah, SAUSE. Or no, that's wrong. Don't quote me on that. SAUCE, Sauce Storm. And it was our own mini gathering where we had built our own stages. We built our own wrestling rings. We had, the first year was some crazy, weird bong smoking competitions, like we called the King Spade sessions. And as we progressed, we ended up buying our own wrestling ring. I think by Saw Storm 3, we had our own wrestling ring. The stages were immaculate. Me, my brother, and my buddy Hamilton, and my homie Booger, and a bunch of the crew, the Cleveland crew, the Chicken Scratch production homies from Cleveland had been a big part of helping us set up the stages and mowing the fields and doing all the work it took to put together something like this. And it was 100% self-made, and that was awesome. We had like 500 or 600 people in a fucking field for a couple of days.
What are you guys doing?
That was epic. And it got up to Saw Storm 6, I think was the last one we did. And everybody started going in their own directions, and I just kept going with the music and kept going with everything that I was doing, and which got me to where I'm at right now, working with Magic Ninja and Twisted, and doing shit with them.
Where were you holding these mini gatherings?
Mostly is the first two were in New Galley, Pennsylvania, which is like right on the border of Ohio. I'm from Ohio originally, East Palestine particularly.
Palestine, Ohio.
It's where the train derailment happened a couple years ago. I don't know if you heard of that.
Yeah, there were like 3, weren't there? But the one that made the news, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, the big one that was in my hometown, which is where most of my family is still residing. So
was there like a nice black cloud over the town for a little bit?
I wasn't there, so I don't know. But we all saw the news reports,
Yeah.
But everybody's fine for the time being.
So how did your music career lead into you working with M&E?
All right. So I would be doing shows. Our main shows we used to do as No Clue, and eventually my other group, the Gemini Project, would be like Cleveland, Columbus, and Pittsburgh areas, because that was like the triangle around where I was at, and so we would start doing shows at Peabody's in Cleveland and Pittsburgh at Mr. Small's Theater and the Rex and all the places out there, Alrosa Villa in Columbus. And then, we would be getting on the shows, like the Twisted shows, through the local promoters like Bundy from Cleveland. Shout out to my homie Bundy and my homie Troll from Pittsburgh, and everybody out there. They would put us on the Twisted shows. Like the first big one I think we did was New Year's Evil 2.
I'm sorry, don't mean to interrupt you, but Troll, is he an older dude that does Hatchet Man carvings and shit? Like he
No, he is an older dude, but he's not that old. He doesn't do Hatchet Man carvings, I don't think.
Okay. There's another guy with that nickname.
He's just an old promoter from Pittsburgh. I keep saying old, like he's like an ancient wisdom. He's still under that bridge, but he's the one who got us, in line with Bundy at Peabody's in Cleveland. And we started booking the Twisted shows or the ICP shows or anything we could get on in the underground, like Prozac or, Cottonmouth Kings. So we started doing all them shows just through the local bookers. And eventually I met George. And I had done a Juggalo coloring book for years. I started the Juggalo coloring book in 2005 or 2004. And that stemmed into me, selling them at the gatherings every year out of my book bag with my homies. We'd sell 300-400 coloring books every year, in a couple days at the gathering, sell them completely out. And that picked up some traction in the underground. And this was before people were even selling shit at the gathering, before it turned into a marketplace that it is now. This was just, everybody wasn't doing that back then. It was only a couple people that were trying to sell things at the gatherings. And they all gave me their blessing to sell my books. So I did. And that eventually got me hired with Psychopathic in 2010. So
you started this bullshit. I'm just giving you shit, buddy.
I
That's
mean,
pretty fucking cool.
I'm not gonna say I was one that started it. I would say that there was a small handful of people that were selling shit at the gathering at that time. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure I don't know of any others, so don't hold me to that. But I think somebody said there was somebody else selling something at the gathering back then too, but I can't remember.
What was what's her face? Chrissy? Wasn't Chrissy selling shit back then? Lane or whatever.
Christy Lane? Hazen's wife? Is that who that is?
Was it Hazen or was it Scotty D's wife?
No. It would be Christy. She does. I don't remember Christy doing paintings. Maybe I'm wrong. She definitely did she's been doing those candles and tumblers and shit for a while that are really awesome. And was it Cupcake Creations or something like that? And good people, but I don't remember knowing them back then. So if she was at the gathering selling stuff, I don't know that. Back then, this is like 2004. So we're talking the very first couple gatherings that were outdoors is when I started selling those. I remember, I don't know when she started doing her thing, but that's pretty cool if it was that long ago.
Where were those getting held, the first outdoor gatherings?
Nelson's Ledges, which is Crystal Forest. It's in Garrettsville, Ohio, which was like 35-40 minutes from my house. So that was pretty convenient.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I did 16 gatherings in a row. The last one I went to was the Wizard of the Hood gathering. That was the last one I've been to. What are you doing, Mustache? Okay, here, we got Mustache.
Oh, hey, what up, buddy?
A nice cat right there. My cat was just meowing like a fucking asshole. I'm glad you guys couldn't hear
it. You do, bud. So yeah, I got hired with Psychopathic in 2010 to do designs. I was doing mainly t-shirt designs at the time, and that turned into doing album designs and layouts for them. I worked on like Freaky Tales, which was the bonus disc that came with the Black Mighty Death Pop album. I did the When I'm Clowning single. I got to lay out the 6 Joker card box set, which was crazy to me.
Freaky Tales, the hour-long fucking like.
Yeah.
I met this bitch. Her name was Clarice.
Yep.
She slipped up on my 7-inch piece. Just don't fucking like.
Just for an hour, it's so ridiculous. I don't like it at all personally, that song, but it was cool to be a part of designing that.
Homage to Too Short, so I appreciate it.
Yeah, right. They had a full, they had an idea of what they wanted to see, and that's what they got. And they had me just put all these chicks all over the artwork, like showing their asses. And you if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. But then they were like, all right, well, put some tattoos on them, like they're juggalos and shit. So I started taking pictures out of my coloring books and putting them on. So you'll see a couple pictures out of my coloring books on tattoos on these girls. And if anybody didn't want to be in that, I'm sorry, but. They had their way of doing things, and that was what I had to do. So
yeah.
Did you have any drawing artists, and who inspired you?
That's a tough one. I mean, as far as like artists go, my big inspirations probably I like Dali, Salvador Dali, and Alex Gray is a big inspiration to me. But I wouldn't say my style comes from anybody's shit. It's right. It started off as me just drawing like Mega Man or Mortal Kombat shit on paper that I had in like 4th grade. I remember selling them bitches for like a nickel or a quarter. Here's a Mega Man for a quarter, And then,
are you into like comics and such as well?
Oh yeah, I'm a big Marvel guy. I like Marvel a lot. If you can't tell, there's Wolverine and Gambit here.
Oh shit! Yeah,
Doctor Strange. It's kind of can't really tell, but you see the claws in the cards. I got Spider-Man, Carnage, and the Hulk where Wolverine first appeared over here on this wall, and I got my Ninja Turtles. I'd show you, but I don't know if I would flip this thing around, and I don't want to fuck it up.
It's all right.
You know, Dr. Sweets. Yeah, I got some boxes of comics that will one day put somebody through college, I'm sure. And where was I going? I got so off track there.
My apologies.
No, it's not your fault. I was rambling about the gatherings and
You
shit.
did enjoy it, but you were telling us that your style is your own. It wasn't directly influenced
Right.
or matched from anyone.
Yeah, and so I mean, a lot of what I do is like sketching shit, like this Nemesis here from Resident Evil. It's still in process. Like it starts off like lines like this, where it's just a line, and then I just thicken it up along the way, and that's just how I kind of have built my style. So everything that I draw kind of has that look to it.
That fucking fresh, man.
Speaking of Mega Man, there's the boy.
Uh-huh.
So
Super work.
And so I'm working on a bunch of like shit that I used to like when I was a kid, or I still like it, but you know, shit that I grew up with, like Mega Man or Mortal Kombat or fucking Nemesis from Resident Evil, Venom, you know, shit like that. So I'm gonna draw a bunch of pop culture shit, and hopefully next year I'll be able to have a booth, like my own main booth at Astro, with a bunch of random shit that me and my girl Amber make.
Hell yeah, and you're going to be at Astro this year.
Yeah, for sure. I will be there performing Saturday night at Return of the Ninjas, along with Twisted, Blaze, ABK, Gmoski, the ROC, and now the Funeral Portrait has just been added to the list. So that's going to be a fucking amazing show. Anybody out there, get your tickets now. Come see us. It's not at the Astronomicon Hotel. It's just up the road at the Diamondback. So, you know, real easy to get to from the hotel if you're already staying at Astro. But if you don't want to go to Astro and you just want to come to the concert, you can get tickets at astronomicon.com just for the show itself. But tickets and VIP for Astro are all available at astronomicon.com. And I'll be there all weekend hanging out with one of the celebrities. I'm not sure who I'm going to be sitting with this year. It's always fun, you know, so come by, stop by wherever I'm at and, you know, say hi. Until I have any say in it, if you want my autograph, I'll never charge for my autograph. So if you want it, anybody out there, don't be afraid to ask me.
You going to have a bunch of art for sale with you?
No, the only place you'll be able to buy my shit at Astro this year is at the concert where my merch booth will be set up. But we got a bunch of new cool shit that we're doing. Amber just put together. I don't know if we'll have these koozies left, but we got some koozies. We got these glow in the dark keychains she just made up. And we got a bunch of shit. She made little buttons. I got new shirts coming. I got new posters with this on it coming. This right here. Metallic posters with that. I got 20 of those coming. Juggalo coloring books. You know, I got a new sublimated hockey jersey coming too. I don't know if you got that picture there. You could throw that up on the screen. It's a mushroom hockey jersey that I just ordered. And those will be available for the first time at Astronomicon at my merch booth.
Do you
give me a second?
A website of your own or anything, or an Etsy or something where you can
I have
as well?
Yeah, I have my merch site. It's egounlimited.fwscart.com. You can also get to it through therealinsane.eric.com. I set up and design and do all that shit myself. So forgive me if it's a little all over the place, but I mean, it's pretty decent looking for the time I have to put into it. But that's where I don't have the jerseys on there yet. I don't have the new shirt on there yet. I don't have the beanies on there yet, but all of those will be available at Astronomicon.
Could you run that site by me one more time? I'm stupid and typed it wrong.
All right. EGO, unlimited dot fwscart.com.
Wait, FWS cart?
Yes. CART.
There we go.
And that's the merch site where most of my shit. I just put up these brand new pins. They're the Earth Watcher pins. I just got these in yesterday or the day before. But these are available now while supplies last. These ones right here that I'm showing you are limited to 50. It says the OG Earth Watcher pin. But then we also, we got the glow in the dark one with the glitter in the earth there. And the rainbow medal, which is sometimes hard to see on a camera, but it's like anodized metal with black
Yeah.
fill.
Hold on a second.
like-
There we go.
Show that one more
Right.
time.
So
Yeah,
which
my
one?
bad. I had the thing up.
Oh, that's fresh.
I'm trying to
That
get the
purple
shine.
one's sick.
Yep.
It kind of is hard to see because these ones are more purple than the other ones I've done, but it's dope in person for sure.
Yeah, the purple.
I think that one is
camera.
that one particular is close to being sold out as well.
Ooh,
but yeah.
Everybody get a hop on that one.
This one is the original OG one. So. But yeah, those are all available on that merch site. Hi, how you doing anyways?
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Sorry I was late, everybody.
It's all good.
Yeah,
I
there's the merch
almost
site.
played myself. Rough
I don't know
day.
why, but it puts all these different titles up here and they're all basically the same thing. But I don't know. It's a free web store, so it's kind of weird. But you know, I think the pins are in the collectible pins section. Yep.
I was checking
then-
your other sections as well.
And the Juggalo coloring books are always on there in stock because I just repress them every time I sell out of them. What else do I got on there? Like I think I got my charms up on there. Yeah.
What
I'll be
up,
putting up-
Cash?
What up?
I'll be oh hey whoop whoop. I'll be putting up all the jerseys that I have left over from Astro, all the new shirts, and possibly the beanies after I get back from Astronomicon. So if you're waiting on that stuff, check back there after Astro if I have anything left.
So,
That's what's up.
throw a song on quick if you're cool with that.
No, I don't want to hear my own music ever again.
No, I don't want to listen to it.
This is a
Sure.
dope little piece.
All those charms, yeah, they got on the back of them. They have Insane E 2025 on the back of them engraved. That's the first time I
Nice.
engraved the charms. They're stainless steel. Everybody keeps asking me for silver, but I'm, funding all of this shit myself. Everything that I do is funded out of my own pocket, so I have to kind of be kind of smart with my budget, I guess.
That's
Not that I don't think they would sell, but it's silver charms are expensive, so.
Yeah, it's understandable. I would probably cop one of those motherfuckers too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit looked.
The jersey that I'm putting up for Astro is the first time I've done a jersey for sale too. So everybody's been asking for jerseys for a long ass time, and I just finally pulled the trigger on that, and it's pretty dope.
Hell yeah.
I didn't catch. Do you have a design for that already?
Yeah.
made
We
up?
want hockey jerseys.
Yeah, it's in the email I sent Lee. I don't know if you guys got that or not, but it's in the Dropbox that I sent over. But it's there's a couple images in there.
For sure. Yeah, it let me download them all except for the jersey one.
Oh, for real? Hold on, let me pull it up on here.
Hey, what up, Histio? What up,
Oh, Histio in the house.
Whoa, Pestio.
Me and Histio are supposed to be
Yeah.
working on an EP together or an album together, whatever it turns into. So me and him are doing a collab album.
Hell yeah. Fresh.
TV Cash, Histio.
Oh, yeah.
You can check him.
You got
Bakelo,
time
and
frame
Zitto
on
out on the time frame. I have no fucking clue. But you can check those guys out, Histio, Bakelo, and Zitro on the Hip Hop Happy Hour podcast. I was just on that. The one new episode just dropped last Thursday, I think.
Yeah, we just had Histio on here like a week or two ago, something like that. I think Zitro was one of our first ones.
Nice. Those are my homies.
Yes, sir.
I'm excited to. I'd like to have them both back on at some point.
Yeah, I've been trying to get a hold of Bake, but he's been super busy.
Oh, that motherfucker don't stop.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys can see this real quick, but here's the jersey.
Can we bring his screen up a little bigger?
Oh, that's fresh.
And
That's yeah.
for anybody watching on a phone, we apologize.
Right? It's tiny on my screen, so I can't imagine what they're looking at.
Is that pot leaves?
No, that is sacred geometry. It's the seed of life.
Oh, okay.
So I put a lot of that kind of stuff in my artwork too because I'm all about that
crazy.
consciousness driven stuff.
I won't lie, I'm one of them people though. I'm nitpicky about embroidered.
Oh, well, this one's sublimated. I'm sorry, but
Still looks fresh.
it was in the budget. You know,
Yeah, I get it. Once you got money though, once you're rich.
yeah.
This is the one that reminds me of Funk Junkies.
That's dope.
Liking this beat.
That's one of the ones I made.
Think you know me, but I really think you don't have a clue. There ain't no stopping me, so what you gonna do? I've gone insane, but I really think you don't have a clue. There ain't no stopping me, so what you gonna do? Son of a bitch, back up in the mix. They call me insane E with a motherfucking twitch in my eye. What you thought I couldn't fly through the sky? Now watch me fly sky high, motherfucker. All it really takes is a rip from a bomb. Put on a few of my favorite songs and just sit back, kick back, chill and relax. It's been a long just yet. What? Fuck me, you get your motherfucking neck wet faster than a motherfucking turbo jet. And any innocent bystanders, you better place your bets. Don't get me wrong, no, I'm not a mean person. I'm just trying to flip this person. Stay high, yeah, high as fuck. I'm rolling on through life full about bad luck. What? You think you know me, but I really think you don't have a clue. There ain't no stopping me, so what you gonna do? I've gone insane, but I really think you don't have a clue. There ain't no stopping me, so what you gonna do? Or a pencil, pick up a spray can and a stencil. Get up and hit it hard, not gentle. Full force on the mic with a killer instrumental. Yo, and it coincidental, the level that I be rocking the planet. I managed to take it and make it once repairing the damage. You're gonna fake it or take it for granted. Take it, make you think that I can take it, but I take it, paint it up like it was a canvas. The plan is to stand this and man up, stand up. If you with me, come on and get them up. And together we can make a better place for the remaining human race. So rock a smile up on my face and do the best and the hate around me. Mistakes about me, hit the brakes and stop acting like you doubt me. I'm about to be the one to stay chilling at the top. This is my life, my design, I won't stop. Think you know me, but I really think you don't have a clue. There ain't no stopping me, so what you gonna do? I've gone insane, but I really think you don't have a clue. There ain't no stopping me, so what you gonna do? Slow it down again for you so you can understand my flow. I be the ninja, voodoo, wizard, lizard, see my karma grow. Open up a giant ball of fire in the sky and swallow every motherfucker around and leave no one to wonder why. Once upon a wicked time, I wrote upon a wicked rhyme. I told you all one day you'll die and no, you still don't know me. And anybody else that thinks this motherfucker still won't make it, open up your fucking lips and blow me. Think you know me, but I really think you don't have a clue. There ain't no stopping me, so what you gonna do? I've gone insane, but I really think you don't have a clue. There ain't no stopping me, so what you gonna do? Think you know me, but I really think you don't have a clue. There ain't no stopping me, so what you gonna do? I've gone insane, but I really think you don't have a clue. There ain't no stopping me, so what you gonna do?
Yeah.
So that was Ain't No Stopping Me. That's
Oh, yeah.
I was telling Lee earlier, that's one of the first songs I ever wrote. I also made the original beat for it and the remake beat for it. This song has been put out probably 4 different times, I think. But this is the definitive version of it that came out on Scales last year. So, which I had Stir Crazy help me update the beat a little bit, bring the sounds out a little more, and put them together better. And then I had Fritz mix it.
Shelly, don't that have like Funk Junkies vibe, you think?
A little bit, like the earlier years. I could hear it a little bit. Yeah.
Definitely some Cottonmouth King influence for sure.
Yeah.
The whole Sub Noise camp back in the fucking 90s and 2000s.
Yeah, the early years.
Those are the best years.
Yeah.
I was fucking picturing like Pakalika like dancing to that shit.
Oh, yeah.
Or holding up a
you
sign,
tear
I
that
love
up.
women that love women, you know?
Big
I
Bach,
eat
man. Rest in peace.
Oh, yeah. That was a dope song.
Thank you. That's on Scales, which is out now on all digital outlets and hard copies on my website. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Yeah, right.
That's it.
There we go.
Yes, sir.
Tracks with Jamie Madrox, tracks with Blaze and ROC, and a track with Mr. Gray from Gorilla Voltage.
Very
Hell
nice.
yeah. Mr. Gray's the shit.
Yep. I got some production from Ajax. I don't know if y'all know Ajax and the Midwest Connoisseurs. He's the homie.
Yo, that background on your computer is fresh though.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's
That
a newer
one,
design. That's the Phoenix, the question mark.
That's tattoo worthy. Like that is
Oh, yeah,
seriously
for sure.
amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, man. At some point, I might reach out to you and be like, "Would you design me a tattoo for money?"
I could say yes, but there's a list and it's a long time. I am
mean,
so backed up right now that it is ridiculous. I can't keep up. I
Makes
shouldn't even be
sense.
drawing this. I shouldn't even be drawing this nemesis right now. You know, it should be.
I know. I keep
Should be
bugging him. I'm
working.
like, come on. Can you do some
I should be
work?
working because I'm working on Astronomicon shit like as we speak. But yeah, if you want something specific, you can hit me up and I'll put you on this list that I got here. And I got to do 2 tattoo designs for my nieces. They want me to do for them. That's got to be top priority as soon as I have the time.
I'd be fine with it taking 3 years.
Yeah. Some people have to wait a little while, and it's not something I mean to do. It just happens, I get so fucking busy and overwhelmed. Like it is nonstop with MNE, and that's amazing. And I'm also working on shit with like the Funeral Portrait and other bands outside of MNE. And it's been amazing, but definitely it consumes my entire life. You know what I'm saying?
You got to prioritize business,
for
It's
sure.
surprising that I managed to find time to work on music and do my own thing sometimes, but
Right.
it somehow manages to work hand in hand because, I do the designs and then I do the shows too. And it all kind of plays into each other. Everything I do is music related or art related. And that's
a lot of cross promotion available for you. It works out
for
really
sure.
well.
Yeah, for sure. And then, George and the guys and Twisted, and then they bring me along with them when they can. I just did the Spirits of the Underground tour with ABK, Blaze, and Boondocks. That was fucking awesome.
Nice.
It's just really amazing to be able to do what I love to do and live off of it. So
yeah,
I couldn't be more grateful for that.
Yeah, that's
Hell
pretty
yeah,
much
that.
everybody's dream.
Do you have a favorite performance?
That I've done ever?
Yeah.
I was saying that I just did a show in Buffalo, New York with the Spirits of the Underground tour, and I feel like that was my best that I've ever performed a set all the way through without fucking up a line or without having to lose and take a breath where I didn't need to. And I feel like the energy was perfect there, and I got my homie DJ Felony on stage with me all the time now. And when he's not there, I definitely struggle because he's always, a nice accent to what I'm doing. So me and him work well together. And me and him in Buffalo this past week was amazing. But as far as favorite times performing, the gatherings were always amazing, even though one year I was in the middle of the sun at noon and it was one of the hottest days and it was baking me and I'm blistering on my head and shit. But it's still the fact that I'm even on stage at a gathering, you know what I'm saying? That was epic to me. So
right. Now, do you have a worst performance and what did you learn from that?
Man, there was 2 shows back in the day where I used to not have contacts and I would wear my glasses all the time. And before on stage, I would take my glasses off and walk out on stage. But it was opening for Twisted one time and the Cottonmouth Kings the other time, both in Pittsburgh. And I tripped and fell on my face just walking out on stage.
No.
And I'm like, and I get up and brush it off like it ain't nothing because it's just funny. But I feel like as long as I don't take it like, oh, fuck, I fucked up, start the song over, blah, 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 nobody's going to care. Everybody's going to have a good time.
Yep.
We're not here to fucking, we're all a bunch of clowns. So we're fucking act like
Right.
I agree with you. I'm one of the few people that even defended Isham when he was fucking rolling around.
that was hard to watch.
That was
I'm
sad.
just saying though,
in
we
my
all
opinion.
get fucked up sometimes.
Yeah,
and
right. Yeah.
I didn't think it was sad. I don't he wasn't fucking depressed at that time, he just got too fucked up. Collapsed.
But yeah, I've had shows where I
It
blow my
is
voice out. And the
Didn't
first
his
song,
like niece or something die though? He just got news that his niece or something died right
I don't
before he
remember
went
what
on
the story
stage.
was.
Heard of that?
Yeah, I don't remember what the story was on that.
I don't know. There was some death in the family or something.
Oh,
Um,
that makes me
but
feel
yeah.
worse.
And then
But yeah.
just recently, like last year, I fell off stage, and like fucking two of my homies in the front row, Chubbs and Nicole, they caught me. You know, they fucking like I fell off the stage because there was a stair there, and I didn't see the stair; it was too dark, and my homie caught it on camera too. So we got that. You know, we're gonna use it somewhere.
Yeah, throw that shit in a music video. Have you
Yeah,
like
the
fall off
cartoon sound
stage,
effect.
land in a
Yeah.
portal or something?
Yeah.
What type of artists do you like to collab with? Do you prefer? I should say.
I mean, it's hard for me to write collab songs these days because every song I'm writing, I feel like it's so personal to me, but at the same time, you know, hopefully people can feel it. So it was hard to figure out who I wanted to put on my last album, and the songs just kind of came together as they came together. And you know, I work with people that I work with, you know, talk to or hang out with. You know, it's hard for me to just want to do a track with somebody random who I don't really know what they're.
I'm gonna
Concept
steal
of
one of Lee's usual questions. Do you have anybody in particular you'd like to reach out to and work with, or get the opportunity?
I want to do a track with Monoxide because I haven't done one specifically with just him yet. You know, I'm on tracks with them together and with other people, but nothing specifically, just me and him. So I'd like to do something like that.
Do you kind of have an idea for what you'd like that to
So
be?
that's the thing. I was just trying to think of it this morning, actually. Like I had an idea and then it escaped me. If I don't sit and write it down right away, I lose it. So
Yeah, same
I hate it
here.
when that happens. Yes.
but no, I'm sure it'll pop in once in a while, you know, when I'll write it down next time or whatever, or we'll come up with a better idea or something. But I got a beat. Oh, now I remembered it. All right, never mind. I got it.
No, you got it on stream. You need to say it.
Nope.
VIP access. Come on.
I always, I guess me and Buckshot are supposed to do a track. You know, me and him have been talking about doing a track for a long time.
I love Buckshot.
So it's just a matter. I just did a track with him for Christmas too, but it's got Boondocks on it, or Turncoat Dirty, and Lee from Axe or AXE, and who else is on that? I think Light's on it. I believe Loon Squad. I can't remember who else is on the track, but we just released a Christmas song.
That's that song. It's a lot of people.
It's fucking hell of a lineup. I think Straight Jacket's on it too. Yeah, Straight Jacket.
Yeah, I think so.
So yeah, you got Lee from AXE, Turncoat Dirty, Buckshot, Loon Squad, me, Light,
Pretty
Straight
much did
Jacket.
a Christmas cipher.
Yeah, it's dope. It's a fun track we did. So I don't know. There's a lot of things I want to do. I just don't know when it'll happen. Mainly the new album I'm working on. The only features on it'll be my brother and my dad, and maybe my niece if she does what I want her to do. So
cool.
the project's called Earth. It's about the planet, I guess. You know, it's like a angry hippie type shit, I guess. But I told my brother I want my niece Aria to do like a presentation about the planet, like an Earth Day presentation, and have him record it and use like clips of it throughout the album. So it's like,
I like that.
Yeah,
it's not like super preachy, you know, but it's that it could feel like that at times, I suppose.
You've got a creative mind, buddy. You got some cool concepts.
Thanks, man.
What strengths do you have that makes you believe you're a good artist?
Ooh, that's tough because I definitely sometimes don't think I am, you know. Strengths I have, you know, like lately I've just been telling myself that what I do is good enough. I've been trying to keep it in my head that it is good enough, even though like I see so much shit on like Instagram and Facebook of all these artists that are mind blowing to me and inspiring to me, you know, like to watch the people just use their craft to create is just something magical, you know. And So I guess I have to stop myself sometimes and say that what I'm doing may not be what everybody else is doing. Sometimes it looks different, but it's my own style and it is good enough. So I've been trying to keep in that mind space lately, but it's tough sometimes because as an artist, I'm sensitive and I,
just
fuck
toss
with
this
the
out
vibes of the
there.
universe. What's that?
I'm gonna just toss this out there. You've
Yeah.
popped up on here already. Some of the dopest designs I've seen in a fucking minute.
Thank you, brother. It's nonstop, which is hard because as an artist and a graphic designer, there's a difference. I want to create nonstop what I want to create, but then I also have to keep in mind that I'm working for a company that has a direction. So we have to keep it streamlined to certain things. And it's like when the moment I wake up, I'm down here working on the next MNE project or the next Astronomicon or the next, Chronicon. I do stuff for Chronicon now with Kevin Smith and them. And, it's nonstop. I'll work 12, 13 hours a day down here just doing this and then go to bed and wake up and do it all again.
It's dedication, man.
Yeah.
Man, like you said, you're still finding time to do your own music, and you've got little side drawings and little projects you're doing. You're helping other artists outside of that too.
Yeah, it's literally nonstop. Like,
don't burn yourself out.
What would the No Clue crew say about your work ethic, and how would they describe you?
I think we've learned a little something about his work ethic.
Well, I know that, but
I mean, they're all very supportive, and definitely hyping me up a lot lately, and I couldn't be happier to be working with them again. I think that we got some fun stuff coming out. I don't know when. Nobody's in a rush to really do it. They've been busting their asses on it. PJ Bozak, he's dropping his own music on his end of things, and he's got a new song out on digital outlets called Quantum Immortality. And, we're working on a bunch of No Clue songs. We got some different ideas brewing. We are doing a show together in July.
Do you already have a venue for that?
Yeah, I sent the flyer. I haven't really revealed any details of it yet, but it's in that folder. Lee, if you could pop that up for me.
The 7/18.
Yeah, the mystery show. Yep.
Okay.
My fucking joint's falling apart. So yeah, I haven't really said anything about this other than I was looking for opening acts, and I almost have it completely booked. I'm waiting on a couple people to say yes. But I'm headlining it, and my homies, the No Clue crew, and me will be doing a set as well, full No Clue set with new songs, and a lot of old songs too. Why
do you got to be so far away?
I just heard my homies from Denver are coming out for it, so it's not that.
Oh, you're calling us out, huh? They're traveling twice as far.
I don't like flying. I prefer driving. I mean, I don't mind flying, but I prefer driving.
Yeah.
I hate planes.
Oh yeah, I'd rather drive. See the country and everything. If I was doing it, it's about 3.5 hour drive for me to where it's at. But it's down around my hometown. It's like an hour from my old hometown. So I'll just go do my show and then stay at my parents' house for the weekend. Mom or dad.
Nice. Yeah.
See some old homies, go and kick it with your family. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Me and my dad just recorded an acoustic version of one of my songs called Homesick. And I'm working on a music video with that. We set it up at the dojo with Fritz. He engineered it for me and set me and my dad up with microphones, and we had my film guy set up 3 different camera angles, and we shot it. So we're going to put together like a video of it and a digital release of the acoustic version of Homesick.
See, that's sick, man. Not enough artists drop the acoustic versions of songs anymore. That used to be bigger.
Yeah, I always like that kind of shit. When I see Corey Taylor doing acoustic songs or shit like that, I really like that shit a lot. And my dad's always played guitar my entire life and most of his. So it's awesome to be able to bring him into the fold and have him do these things with me,
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Definitely meaningful, yeah.
It's more than just the Juggalo family. It's actual family.
Right.
Gotta-
Yeah. Fortunately, my parents and my brothers and sisters have always been super supportive of everything I've done. And I just, it's my nieces and nephews all love the music and everything. And so I'd like to just involve them as much as they want to be involved without, making them in the public eye too much,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man.
But that's what's up.
Again, wholesome. Sorry, Shelly, I cut you off.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
Yeah. So what else is
I'm
going
gonna pull
on?
this.
Yeah.
Into the silence. We've always got one moment of that.
One moment.
Did you design that as well?
Absolutely. Yep. That's one thing I love about doing my music too, is I get to design my entire album package. So I'm working on my new one, Earth, and it's
long line. Woke up on the wrong side of my mind. Misspoke, what a joke, gotta unwind.
Cut off by your own music.
What the fuck is going on inside my head now? I've been running too fast. Gotta slow down, take a deep breath, let it all go. Oh, whoa, right out the window. Now I'm stuck somewhere up on the other side of sanity. I swear to God, this shit is motherfucking damaging. Don't get me started on the state of our humanity. I do the best with my face when I look in the mirror. I made it clear, yo, death, this is something I fear. But I find myself thinking, why the fuck am I here? I don't know. Somebody tell me what the fuck is going on in my brain. No, you don't deal with it. Oh, just bury it. Oh, so I take aside with all the other scary shit. Can't seem to get it right. I think I've gone completely insane. Yo, can somebody hear me? No, carry it. No, decide with all the other scary shit.
When your mind isn't right, but you tell them that it's great, because anything else coming out your mouth is a mistake. How much ridicule and abuse can someone take before the natural reaction is perceived as a fake? Holding up for heaven's sake, conceal is like a dream. Keep you sleeping, wonder why I'm wide awake when they claim they got the secret to the lock and the safe, but it's useless, it's empty, the dumb and can't relate. The world is like a mind fuck, anxiety making me feeling tied up, drowning in some liquor within my cup. Still don't get the picture, I'm a knife, so when I cut deeper the incision, keep your eyes shut. Body cannot stomach the pain coming to deal with the demon from within. Don't we panel with the gamma grammar again? Radioactive mind sickness, trying to get through the day-to-day by myself, cause it ain't nobody's business. Somebody tell me what the fuck is going on in my brain.
No, you don't deal with it. Oh, just bury it. Oh, someone take aside with all the other scary shit.
Can't seem to get it right. I think I've gone completely insane.
Yo, can somebody hear me? No, carry it. No, take aside with all the other scary shit. I'm taking steps now on a broken ladder. Once I'm gone, though, will it even matter? All my thoughts wrong, memories scattered into the wind now, lost and shattered. I'm taking steps now on a broken ladder. Once I'm gone, though, yo, will it even matter? All my thoughts wrong, memories scattered into the wind now, lost and shattered.
Somebody tell me what the fuck is going on in my brain.
No, you don't deal with it. Oh, just bury it. Oh, someone take aside with all the other scary shit.
Can't seem to get it right. I think I've gone completely insane.
Yo, can somebody hear me? No, carry it. No, take aside with all the other scary shit.
Somebody tell me what the fuck is going on in my brain.
No, you don't deal with it. Oh, just bury it. Oh, someone take aside with all the other scary shit.
Can't seem to get it right. I think I've gone completely insane.
Yo, can somebody hear me? No, carry it. No, take aside with all the other scary shit.
Yeah.
Let's fucking
Dude,
go.
that'd be a fun ass song live.
Oh yeah.
My audio turned way too fucking high there. That
Maybe
comment,
one day.
Insane
one day.
gave me a copy of his group NCC's Unbreakable CD at a Peabody show when I was like 4 or 5.
Hell yeah. Shout out to Zach, man. I've known that kid since he was a wee lad.
The wee lad.
He's
He was
fucking
really
killing
big.
it too, man. Fucking killing it. Fucking killing it. If you get a chance to check out Zach the Terror on any of the shows he's on, many shows he's on, always check him out.
I'm hoping he gets his opportunity to open for ICP like he wants when they start their tour.
but he is a hologram.
He is all.
Yes.
He's
saying.
not.
I thought he was glitchy for a reason the other night.
They
Nah,
just
shout out to him. He's
they
dope.
just took like the hologram design for Tupac and slapped a new face on.
Yep.
That's Zach.
They fucking superimposed him.
Superimposed just a random man onto Tupac, and that's what we wound up with. It's great.
Could you kind of describe your creative process when you write / draw?
It's very sporadic. I mean, really, I freestyle in my head all the time when I'm driving or when I'm in the shower or whatever. I'll get a rap in my head, and I'll have to stop and grab my phone and type it out real quick before I forget it, or voice record it into my phone just so I can get the flow down. And then so I got probably like a shitload of a truck full of scrap lyrics and starts to songs that I probably won't even remember that are there or know where to find them. But so the process for music is just whenever I write shit out, and then I'll try to find a beat that I like. I don't have a process. It's just whichever works best, write to a beat or just start writing. I don't know. I know. What do you want?
Were you one of those kids in school that was just ignoring the fucking teacher and sketching the whole time?
I definitely did a lot of that. Yeah. I didn't do as great in high school or middle school. Definitely was the outcast. It didn't really fit in anywhere, but wasn't really. Nobody really. Some of the football players were kind of douchebags to me, but definitely had some bullying along like my early years, elementary school shit. But I didn't really fit in. I was like the only juggalo in my school, So Violent Jess from Columbus, she moved to town and became the other juggalo in the school. So what was I saying? I can't remember.
You said you were kind of the outcast in school, the only juggalo. So when she moved around,
yeah. Fuck, I can't remember where I was going with that.
Well, I can
Would you
kind of
say
tell that you were that one getting distracted drawing, because even when you just
right.
You're like,
Yeah.
hell yeah, a moment to work on my shit.
Yeah, I mean, if you asked anybody I went to school with, or I would always draw and shit. They were asking me to draw random shit for them, all the people, and I did some did some portraits for a couple of girls that I was in high school with for their parents to hang on their chimneys or whatever. This turned out, if I looked at them now, I'd probably say they probably aren't that good, but I feel like they think they're awesome, so that's what matters. Is
They were good.
I've definitely evolved my skills over the years.
Would you say psychedelics has a big kind of role in your drawings?
You could probably look at my history with music and art and see a jump forward when I started taking mushrooms and started doing acid and and ayahuasca and all that fun stuff.
Oh, I want to try that.
You ever get into the graffiti style?
I've picked up a paint can from time to time, but never really did anything substantial with it. So I was always very critical of my own work. So it's, it looked okay, but it wasn't like what I see on these trains these days and where you see.
Do you know who does the alley there at St. Andrews Hall?
I have no idea who that is now, but it's fucking awesome. I love it.
Yeah, the superheroes and shit. Like I seen that one. That's what it was on that one side, and the other side was like.
There's all kinds of amazing street art in downtown Detroit. A lot of the video from Ain't No Stopping Me is shot in downtown Detroit. So all the art in the background you see is from downtown and like the Easter Market and shit.
I walked everywhere 2017 around downtown. I've seen a lot of cool shit.
Yeah, it's amazing. And they had like the Lincoln Street Art Park, which has kind of been shut down a little bit, but it's like pretty just amazing artwork all around the city. I love it.
For sure.
And if
Yeah.
you weren't
Go ahead, Luke.
continually,
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, if you weren't the busiest fucking guy, I'd be saying, do a Loads and Loud emblem.
My homies at Replicon have been asking me to draw them a dinosaur for a long time. And I felt bad when I was drawing that ad for the mystery show. That ad has some dinosaurs that I drew for my new album artwork on the background. And I was like, man, Freaky P is going to be giving me some shit because I still haven't drawn them a dinosaur yet. And I drew dinosaurs for my shit.
Yeah.
But sorry, Freaky P.
You'll get around to it.
It's not personal. It just is what it is. It's like, obviously I make time for what I can make time for, but it's just really
This
hard
one
to keep
just
up.
happened to be dinosaurs.
Yeah, right.
Have you ever had any?
The
Yeah.
CD.
Have you ever had a anxiety attack or anything while performing?
Never while performing, no.
No.
I feel like, I don't know, at shows I just get in this energy where it's all positive. Like, it's rare that I'm in a bad mood at a show or having a problem. I'm not a social guy, but at shows where I'm around, especially Juggalo shows, it's always, nothing but love. So it just puts me in a mood. And when I step on stage, it's just, let's go.
Makes it
Unless I step and fall on my face, but
you'll shake it off.
yeah, right.
What's your top 5 underground artists all time? Not in any specific order, except for 1 and 2.
I mean, do you consider like a band like Rehab underground, or are they now breaching that line between mainstream?
They've got a few songs that broke the mainstream, but I'd like to think of Rehab as underground. I got a lot of love for Rehab.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of influence. I've been listening to a lot of Brooks Buford solo shit lately. He's been putting out songs on Spotify and shit, and his shit's fucking dope. And it's not released on. I don't think he releases it on CD. I think it's just he keeps putting out music because he wants to, not for any reason. And so I've been listening to a lot of that. And he was one of the original members of Rehab. Danny Boone just dropped a new album as Rehab. Been following those guys since 2000.
Yeah, Southern Discomfort or whatever. Yeah. That was a good album.
Yeah. That and Cause We Can were really dope albums. Yeah, they got a lot of really, really great music. And Danny Boone has a range like no other. Like, he can step into any genre and really just kill it. So I like that. I've done a few shows with Rehab in Cleveland and Pittsburgh. Yeah.
But,
I swear, if you go on my playlist, I've probably got 20 fucking Rehab songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, what else have I been really listening to underground wise is like, it's always Twisted, I've always been a Twisted fan.
Same.
I'm a little biased these days, I guess, but that's just what it is. But I like their new shit. I like the rock shit. Welcome to Your Funeral was a dope album.
I like how Monoxide's getting like that growl scream down.
And his album Chainsmoker 2 was awesome. They're still, I mean, I feel like they're just as good as they were back in the day, if not better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
they're evolving.
Yeah, I'm loving this era.
I love artists evolving, but I'm gonna be that odd man out and say I don't like the rock as much.
No,
I stick to
I hear that a lot. I hear that a lot. I don't know what else I'm
really wrong with me every day.
That's a good track. Yeah.
So Rehab, Twisted, who else?
Fuck, I don't know, man. I haven't really been listening to much underground.
To finish this one.
I've been listening to a lot of fucking weird shit that people wouldn't think I would listen to. It's like Manchester Orchestra or Stick Figure, like more of the reggae style stuff.
Stick Figure is such a strange artist, like the variation in music.
Mm-hmm.
There are some songs I hate by Stick Figure, and then others I love.
Yeah, sometimes like if I'm in a bad mood or we're just cruising and put that stuff on, it just puts you in a zone. Usually, So
Listen to some Collie Buds and shit like
yeah,
that.
Dirty Heads and shit like that.
Yeah, I fucking love Dirty Heads too. I just discovered them like half a year ago.
Yeah.
Wookie Foot, Dead Larry. You know any of them?
No, I never heard of those guys.
Wookie Foot, yeah. Revolution.
Let's all play some Sugar Ray.
I just wanna fly. No,
We just had Chris on here a few weeks ago. 710 Juggalo. You guys had the same kind of cancer, right?
yeah, it's kind of crazy. He has a very similar story, but he was much younger when he had his. It sounds like he said he was like a teenager, young teenager. I got diagnosed when I was 18 in 2002.
How long was that little battle for you?
I went through 2 different rounds of it because I was in remission for like a few months, and then it came back, and then I did. I don't. The timeline's kind of shaky for me, but I somehow didn't miss a gathering throughout the whole thing. So it's like I did chemo enough to be in remission, enough to make it to the gathering, and then it came back, and then I did a bone marrow transplant in 2004 in December, and then I was in remission since 2005. So 20 years now. Yeah. And
I'm glad you're still here with us, but that is insane. You are insane going to the gathering. Well,
dude,
sick.
I'll tell you a story about that. Is I wasn't supposed to be out in the sun after all that treatment. You know, it was bad for me. It still is bad for me. But like, I went and stood in line to show ICP my coloring book for the first time, and I stood out in the sun for like 4 hours, and my head swelled up like a balloon. It was weird, you know, like a fucking comic book character. And I ended up having to go home, but it was only 40 minutes from my house, so it was, you know, okay. And I went back the next day. My brother and all my homies helped sell my coloring books while I was gone. It kind of all worked out, you know.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but it was still crazy shit.
Looking at one of the most dedicated juggalos right now.
I've seen some things, man. I've seen some things.
What's some of the wildest shit you've seen?
I remember a dude cutting his nipples off at the gathering.
Oh, I saw a video of that.
Yeah.
Well, a video of it.
I mean, a couple different people have done it, I think, but the one guy who did it has like his face paint tatted on his face, and he was collecting money to get his nipples cut off.
That dude.
So,
that's
crazy.
That's insane. Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know.
I spent a lot of my gathering years on psychedelics as well, so I don't really remember much of that.
I'm the same way.
But some of the best years of my life at the gathering, for sure. It's like just pure freedom, you know? Or it used to be anyway. I don't know what it's like these days, but
you still gather, you just wear a mask, just like Eminem. Walking around hidden.
Well, that looks like a good
Get
idea.
the fuck out of here.
I just have a cart, so when I hit it, I've got to mute myself for a second, or I'm fucking going. Nobody wants to hear that shit.
What are some of the artists you looked up to in music, like as a child?
Tom Petty, Pink Floyd.
Rest in peace, Tom Petty.
Yep, for sure. I went to see Tom Petty the year he died for his last tour. It was the 40-year anniversary, I think it was.
How was it, man?
It was fucking amazing. He was like on the pills for his back or something. Like he had some problem, but he performed perfectly. It was amazing. But yeah,
I'm jealous of that. That's really cool.
We definitely, as a family, my mom and my brothers, we all had a habit of going to Tom Petty shows every year, you know, Pittsburgh or Cleveland or wherever.
I'd like to say if he was still around, I'd have hit one of his shows by now.
It's definitely amazing. And, you know, we went to see Roger Waters, me and my girl, from Pink Floyd a couple years ago. Sold out. We were like almost front row for it. It was amazing. So Pink Floyd's always been a huge inspiration for me. Dark Side of the Moon, you know, one of the best albums of all time. That's it. David
Wish You Were
Gilmour,
Here holds a very, very, very special place
Oh, yeah.
in my heart. And I know a literally billion people could probably say that, but
I would say the same. Yeah. One of the songs, when me and my dad recorded the acoustic version of Homesick, after we were done with that, we ran through Wish You Were Here once. And so it's me and him. He's playing the guitar and I'm singing Wish You Were Here. So it's, I don't know if it'll sound good enough. I'm going to have Fritz mix it down and see what it sounds like. And maybe I'll put it up on my YouTube or something, but it was just something to do, you know, we didn't really have a destination for it. We just wanted to do it. So, yeah.
yes.
How would you handle someone being negative while you're up performing?
Oh, heckler.
It's happened once. It was in Columbus, I think. This dude was like, "How much did you pay to play this show?" And I'm just like, man, if you only knew like what the situation was, you wouldn't be talking shit. But it was hard because I couldn't focus on anything else but this fucking asshole. And I don't know. I don't remember what I said. I didn't pay nothing. I think that's what I said. I didn't pay nothing, motherfucker. You know, like, like, what do you want from me? You know, like, shut the fuck up. But I don't know. That's about the only time I can remember that somebody was really shitty.
How would you handle it nowadays?
Probably just brush it off and do my show. You know, I don't really.
Just a subtle fuck you and walk past them.
Yeah, it's. I mean, usually the crowd is showing me love, so I don't know. I haven't had any issues other than that one time, and that was only like 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah,
But
if you got 80 people saying you're the shit, and then one dude's like, "Well, I don't like you," fuck that guy.
if it's not everybody's cup of tea, then okay. I don't care if you like it or you don't. You know, but my performance, I always give it my 100%, no matter what. And sometimes that results in me blowing my voice out and sounding like shit for most of the set, but you know. It works.
Do you have any like kind of dreams as an artist on the drawing side? You know, like just an example would be, do you want to work on a Marvel comic?
That's the dream, man. You know, like I don't know where the future is with MNE, what's going to happen in the next 10, 15 years or 20 years. Wherever it goes, I'm riding with that. But I also am gearing towards working on trying to get into the comic world with doing like Marvel covers and shit like that. I just have to practice my, I guess, the anatomy of how to draw hands or how to draw feet and legs and shit. And I'm not very good at that.
So. Don't overdo the muscle.
Right. I'm gonna fucking do it just like what's his name? The Deadpool creator.
Mark something?
No, it's I can't remember his name.
I know who you're talking about, but I'm not as kept up on who's.
Yeah, no, but Todd McFarlane, who does Spawn, he always gives him those huge giant muscles and shit. He did Venom like that too. Shout out to Venom.
They're different characters where it works a little better, but then you've got like fucking Spider-Man and his whole fucking arm is just like 7 different muscles on the bicep. That's not how it looks.
Rob Liefeld. That's the guy I was thinking of. Rob Liefeld, who draws the Deadpool comics, or he created Deadpool, I think. And he did this card of Captain America where his chest is like sticking out like way out. And it's like, how is this even humanly possible to even look like that? It's just weird.
He has a super serum, you see.
His poses are definitely out there.
I'd like to see it pop into the comic world.
That's what I drew a Doctor Strange and I posted it on my Facebook and Instagram and shit. But that's one of the ones I'll make into prints and shit and sell it like Astronomicon and shit like that. But yeah, I want to get better at what I'm doing and then submit some stuff to them and see what they've said.
Have you ever done like a Juggalo Doctor Strange?
I mean, no, not really. The one I drew has a question mark on it, you know, kind of like my shit. But
you could draw like Twisted as Batman and Robin or some shit. That's not.
I've done that a couple times, but more cartoony, not so realistic looking, not so comic book looking. Like we've used the cartoony ones on a lot of shit. But that was like several years ago.
Just a second, I have a screaming baby.
Oh.
Screaming baby. Is there any, say, like doable collabs that you would entertain of doing?
I mean, I'm always open to hearing like who wants to work with me. I did some shit with Cody Manson, and that track came out
Yep.
on his last album. Was it Double Cups and Demons? I don't remember what album
Yeah,
it was on.
I think so.
Yeah, and that there's supposed to be a video coming out for that song at some point. I don't know. Cody's doing a lot of other stuff with his new group and everything, so I don't know when that video is coming. But we shot a video. I know that.
Hell yeah.
Um,
I fuck with Cody, so
I know a lot of people have whatever they say, but
yeah, I've never had a problem with him.
He's
So
always been my homie.
yeah,
So
for sure.
I try not to get involved in everybody else's drama anyway. You know, it's like not my
Yeah,
problem.
I like who I
I
like.
swear that's the key of staying young, man. Like people who stay out of shit age better.
It's just I'm just trying to enjoy things and not get involved in everybody else's bullshit. So
Yeah.
he's always been my homie. He's always gonna be my homie.
So what would you say your number one bucket goal is on the music side?
I don't even know, man. I'm kind of doing everything I want to be doing or have wanted to do. I'd like to maybe do a song with somebody like Stick Figure or a song with somebody like Mike Shinoda. That would be amazing to me.
That would be awesome. Yeah.
Because I really look up to Mike Shinoda from Linkin Park. His music is life changing, So
I know Linkin Park, but I don't know his name directly.
no, he's pretty much the guy who created it all back in the day, and he's the rap end of things from when it comes to the music, and he does he writes a lot of the music himself and everything.
Was it Linkin Park that did the remix of "I Got 99 Problems, but a Bitch Ain't One"?
I think they did.
They did a collab.
They did
like
a
Jay-Z did the Linkin Park beats, and Linkin Park did the Jay-Z beats.
I don't like Jay-Z, but that song was tight as fuck.
Yeah.
Agreed. I like two of those remakes that they did were dope, but I don't care for Jay-Z at all. So
No.
What was the other remake you like?
Numb Encore.
Okay.
Have you heard Mercury's version of that?
No,
It's pretty fucking good.
I haven't really listened to much Mercury's actually. I don't have a reason why I haven't. It hasn't happened. So maybe I will do that. Nothing against.
How do you
it.
want to be remembered when you're all said and done?
When I'm all said and done, how do I want to be remembered? Holy shit, that's a philosophical question there.
Heavy question. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
You don't know?
Well, what's the thing you really want them to remember most then?
Outside of being an
want your heart to
awesome
have
dad,
legacy, you
husband,
want to
whatever.
remember that good dude.
It's just all about love, life's too short to be caught up in all the bullshit all the time, and I think that everybody could do a little bit better, and things aren't looking good out there right now, but if we keep our heads in the right area, then everything will be all right. And I don't know,
That's more positive than I look at it.
Yeah. It's
Yeah, I think
getting
even
pretty
if
dark
we got
sometimes,
our
man.
heads in the right place.
Shit's getting dark, and I don't know. Sorry.
You're good.
That's the most honest answer you could have given.
Yeah.
Luke or Shelly, you got anything? I went through my whole list.
As you know, my questions are mostly off the top. So
Mine are too, but I forget certain ones that I want to specifically ask when it comes to that time, and then I forget.
Oh yeah, I was
Sorry.
going to mention that this CD right here that I'm selling is 100% for charity. I'm not making a dime off of this and everything is going to the Cleveland Clinic Foundation for
That's
lymphoma.
beautiful.
It's for lymphoma research and development.
That's dope.
That's beautiful, man.
I put
Yeah.
it together. It's so I've been doing music 20 years, and I'm also 20 years in remission. So I wanted to give back something, and so I put a compilation together of my music starting from my newest song all the way back to one of my oldest songs. So it's like a span through 20 years of my history, and some of this music's not the greatest, but it kind of shows you the development through the process.
I see the art on the CD itself again.
Yeah, that shit was sick. Can you order that off your website?
Yeah, this is on my website.
That's awesome.
Now. I think it's like $12, so that just covers the PayPal fees, and then as soon as that comes through, I donate it directly through the site that they built for me.
That's really cool how
I love
how the
that.
center of the fucking case forms the pupil there, kind of.
Right? Yeah, it's some symbolism in there. Yeah.
So I mean, y'all heard it out there. This is for a good cause. I hope you're going and checking this out right now. Tell your
Yeah, I
friends.
mean,
Tell everybody. There's no
It's
reason
done.
not to get behind that.
It's doing pretty well. And I also have the site that you can just donate to if you don't want to buy the CD too. There's one of the flyers I sent you, Lee, is the big blue one that says Cleveland Clinic on it. That shows the site that you can just donate directly to if you want to.
Love
You
that.
want to pull that up, Luke? It's
Love
in the
that.
Gmail.
yeah, just give me a second. Let me
My
get to it.
computer would only let me fucking download a few of them. I don't know why.
But yeah, that's and I'm right now working on the new album, finishing it up for hopefully release in July. If I don't get it done in time, then it'll be all right. But I got like 3 or 4 tracks recorded so far. It's just going to be an EP, so it's not a full length like Scales was.
Fucking, which one am I supposed to be bringing up? I'm sorry.
It's a blue ad that says the Cleveland Clinic on it.
All right, just give me 1 second because I'm
That's all
technologically.
good. You don't have to even put it up. It's fine. It's just
I was also going to ask, do you want to push a little bit of your new shit?
sure. Well,
There
sure.
we go. I found it.
What are we gonna push here? Come on.
Alchemy.
Oh, so the news track Alchemy. I also, for the single on digital, is this cover too. So it's also the first song on this CD. But it's just the demo version because I feel like there's some things I want to change about it for the album. Certain lines, the way I say them, I'm gonna probably change a few things around. But it's the first track that I've released and recorded for the upcoming album Earth.
There we go.
All right, yeah, there's the link if you want to donate to the fund that goes all directly to lymphoma research, or for the lymphoma program. And yeah, so every little bit helps. I think that there's a lot of things going on in the world right now that people need help with. So it's really hard to pick and choose where you're donating when you donate. But it's something I'm going to continue running as long as it runs. And there will never be a finish line. Every time I press these CDs, that's where it'll all go. So
Hell
if
yeah.
anybody can't read it due to screen size or blur or whatever you might be using, I'm also going to type it out in the chat.
yeah, thanks for that, for sure. And thank you to everybody who has donated. We've done pretty well on it so far. I don't really have a goal in mind. I just wanted to do that. So
Right.
Let it build as much as it can.
Oh, yeah.
right, yeah. They said there's no deadline on it, so just we'll just keep it open
That's beautiful.
indefinitely, forever, eternally.
Now, getting back to what's important, just playing, that's fucked up. But we should
Damn.
yeah,
son.
shit on.
No, it's all good.
You want to step back to Alchemy?
Yeah.
Give us a rundown.
What up, Swill? Whoop, whoop.
Produced by produced by Fritz the Cat. It's the first song I recorded for Earth, which is the new album coming out in July. I haven't shown the cover for it yet, but if you get the new hat pins, the cover art is on the back of it. I'm not going to show you right now, though.
Oh, come on.
See, I was going to originally drop the cover art on Earth Day, which is April 22nd, but I then realized that I already put the release date and the cover on the back of the pins. And so whoever gets the pins next week will see that, first, I guess, just kind of.
Oh, what up, Sherman House?
Big Sherm.
Yes, sir.
Was that Swill from Cleveland? What up?
Yeah.
That's
Got all the favorites in here.
known Swill a long ass time too, and Big Sherm.
Should we toss up the demo version?
Sure, let's run it.
Let's go.
Again, technologically inept.
Big Sherm, me had a collab. We collabed for his one album.
Which
Rumor
album?
has it. I can't remember what the name of the album was. Was it Shermology? It wasn't Shermology. I can't remember the name of that album. Yeah, shout out to Swill and the 216 crew.
Swill, are you going to accept our gathering challenge?
Gathering challenge.
Oh yeah, we challenged Zach when he was on here the other day. We challenged him and Swill to a 2-on-2 blindfolded boxing match where me and Lee would be tied together with blindfolds, and they would be tied together as well. We will each fight one-handed.
I would like to see that.
Feel bad for Luke. Why is that, Swill? My micro.
I think I got weed in my
Feel
teeth.
bad.
Shermology.
Shermology, is that what he said? Yep. I thought so.
Sherm said that. Yeah.
Yeah, rumor has it that Big Sherm might be making an appearance at the mystery show in July as well.
Oh, shit.
Maybe.
Yeah, you definitely got the weight advantage. At some point, I'll probably be dragging Luke around.
I think I seen it in his brain. Can you tell me what it means? All minds intertwined with mine. My mind sees reality blending and angels descending. I even had a vision of the whole world. Days that I step back, reanalyze the whole track and put it back together all at once. And it back.
All that weight makes you slow.
That's a negative, Big Sherm. It's a negative.
Can you guys hear that? I can't hear it.
It's kind of cutting in and out.
Hell yeah.
Hey, Luke,
What up?
we can barely hear it. And it's cutting in and out.
I can barely hear it. It's loud as fuck for me. I'm sorry.
And now I don't hear anything.
I'm not sure why my shit's like that. I'm over here just vibing to this shit playing loud as
Does
fuck.
anybody even hear Lucas?
Well, if you want to hear the whole song, go on Spotify or Apple Music and or YouTube Music and everywhere that you can listen to music, even at your grandma's house.
It
The song is called Alchemy.
Fuck.
Sorry, guys.
No, you're good. Here, we'll play this, though. This is a good one.
Insane, the ROT Blade. My shit plays quiet. You
In the middle of the dark zone, cause I really can't afford another motherfucker. Give me a stash left. Square one, can I skip that? Think that I lost my mind and I wish that I could just switch back on to the other side of space and time. Space and time. So lost and I'm so blinded. I can't seem to find a way out of my mind. I keep on pushing on with forward progress. I keep it moving on. I can't say my best. Is there a light ahead, yo? Cause I can't see nothing. I think I'm losing it. Somebody show me something. Cause I'm running around in circles, chasing after what I'm looking for. Somebody help me out. Somebody help me.
An issue of us with speeds, the world is tainted and gotta stay free. Moving in slow-mo, where can I go internally? I try to keep
Yours is a little quiet,
unlocked.
too.
I make the best out these situations, I push right through. Thrusters engage with little outrage, I never let these haters touch me, fools. Each level I gain up, it makes the world go so nuts. They so insane, oh what it fucks up the game.
Should turn the audio up on YouTube.
Then crispy critters, I eat them up, cross unhealthy. I know but I just quick as shit, I'm off, no sweat in my head rolls on. Oh,
I am so lost and I'm so blinded. I can't seem to find a way out of my mind. I keep on pushing on with forward progress. I keep it moving on. I can't say my best. Is there a light ahead, yo? Cause I can't see nothing. I think I'm losing it. Somebody show me something. Cause I'm running around in circles, chasing after what I'm looking for. Somebody help me out. Somebody help me.
bounce my head up off the ceiling, numb to the feeling. There's no appealing to the entity behind the wheel steering. Being place like being milked up, it's a psychedelic trip through the mind's eye. Check the point of view of a dead guy. Did you understand how I got so bloody? As I bounce my skull off the wall like silly bunny, confused and abused by the voices, making choices, lost and blind in the chambers where all the noise is.
I am so lost and I'm so blinded. I can't seem to find a way out of my mind. I keep on pushing on with forward progress. I keep it moving on.
Blaze needed a longer verse.
Cause I can't see nothing. I think I'm losing it. Somebody show me something. Cause I'm running around in circles, chasing after what I'm looking for. Somebody help me out. Somebody open up the door.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. So funny story is when I was living down in Ohio, before Blaze was living in Ohio, I was living down in Ohio. And he came and recorded that in my studio, which was just basically a bathroom that I emptied out and took a shower out and built a studio in, and like I was sitting in this little ass chair against what was like the bathroom sink and had my computer and shit set up, and the microphone would be where the shower was, so I'm sitting there like recording it while he's rapping it. And we had to re-record it a few different times, but that was fun. It was a good time.
Oh, I bet it was.
Turned the
Blaze
bathroom
always
into
does
the
it.
studio. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I would love to do another track with him, and always and ROC is always fun to work with too. Good people in general. Love those guys.
Yeah, for sure.
So the picture for that one, I don't know why it brought this question to mind, but have you ever done any photography?
I mean, no, nothing like serious. I take what I consider good pictures with my phone. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I've never had like a professional camera. My mom's always been into photography, and she has a good camera. But and Amber takes amazing pictures too.
I could definitely see you taking like a actual photo and then applying your art to it and turning it,
I
turning it
mean,
into something really cool.
that happens a lot. You know, like I took a photo. Like we used all the roaches that I got here. I scattered them out on my table here and took pictures of that, and that's what ended up being the background for Monoxide's Chainsmoker 2 tray card. So I think, and I also used blunt roaches for the Cryptic Collection Bongs and Blunts tray card, you know, shit like that. So those were photos, and then occasionally I'll use like my own brick pattern photos. Like I'll see a cool brick wall, snap a picture of it, and use that in the background or something. So I do occasionally use photography in my shit, but nothing on a crazy level like that though.
Swill says you're a legend. Are you gathering this year?
I'm not gathering this year. I'm sorry.
Oh, boo.
You're lying.
I miss it, but I will not be there.
Let's
We'll
have
see
a
you
MNE. Let's fucking MNE take over the gathering. One day at least. Come on.
Sorry. I swear I'm not doing cocaine. I did not do cocaine. I
Well,
just
if
got
you
some
are, fuck
allergies
you
or
for not
something.
sharing.
I think I got smoke in my just sounded like I did cocaine, but I promise that was not what was happening.
Okay. I'll believe you this time.
Jesus Christ. Can't win with you fools.
Anything else you want to plug about anything you got going on, or how to where to reach your music, all that?
You can find me on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, all under Insane E. My website's therealinsaneeric.com. You can find all my web store links on that website.
What's your name on Instagram as well? If you'd like to push that, get a few followers. It seems you post a lot of your shit on there.
Yeah, it's at the real insane E, all lowercase. I don't know if that matters on Instagram. I don't know how this internet stuff works. So
Sherm wants to come check on you.
nope.
To make sure you ain't doing cocaine.
He just wants to do all cocaines.
He also says you love cookies, but you won't say what kind.
I like Oreos mainly. No bacon.
And he's coming over right now to do that track.
Sorry, I'm shutting the studio down. Yeah, I don't know. Oh yeah, I'm doing the Tunaka Cabra, whatever. I don't know what I don't know how to pronounce the name of the show, but it's with Enoch and yeah, Cartoon and Enoch are putting together their show that they do yearly, and I'm on it this year. And
oh yeah,
that's July 12th in Battle Creek, Michigan. A lot of dope people on that show as well. Bam Bam the Voodoo Child's doing it. What is that?
Enoch and Cartoon on like a Pokemon card.
Oh yeah, those guys are dope.
Yeah, for sure.
Who else is on that show? I can't think of. Mike Tech, my homie Mike Tech's on the show.
We got him coming up here coming up next weekend.
Oh yeah.
Some love for Mike.
And we got Beatbox Jake also. I don't know if you know who that is.
I don't think I'm familiar with that.
He's the guy that does all those beats and shit with beatboxing.
Beatbox Jake is fucking dope. You know, he can sing while he's beatboxing, and the beatboxing sounds like he's like got a 64 track fucking laid out.
Nice.
Yeah, mad impressive.
Well, I appreciate you coming on, buddy.
Hey, thanks for having me, guy.
Yeah,
And,
for sure.
Shelly's just having audio issues, or I'm sure she'd be saying the same.
I'm not. I don't know if there's anything else we need to talk about. Really, we could talk about the universe for another hour or two, right?
Right.
We can. Have you ever done DMT?
Absolutely.
And
I didn't like
do
it.
anything, or was it just nuts?
I've had multiple different experiences with ayahuasca and DMT. I won't get too into detail about the ayahuasca, but I've had my own self ceremonies over the past decade or so. You know, I learned how to properly
Guide the trip.
Consume.
Yeah, right. So, I've spoken to some entities. I've seen some things that I'll never doubt ever in my life ever again. You know,
Yeah, for sure.
definitely had some life-changing journeys that, I mean, I don't know.
I've had
It's a connection.
similar experiences.
It's something else. I'll tell you.
See, even
very
just mushrooms
transformative.
can take you on a fucking journey.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very similar feeling. I'd say I've had those breakthrough experiences with psychedelic mushrooms or psilocybin, whatever.
Psilocybin, yeah.
I've seen some ridiculous shit. Yeah, I've had those times where you fucking just want the visions, the visuals to just stop, but they won't.
Right.
You just gotta accept
Trying
it.
to sleep. I'm just trying to go to sleep. So,
Oh yeah. Speaking of mushrooms, I gotta run an ad quick. Is that cool with you?
Absolutely.
Speaking of mushrooms,
Yeah.
And now our sponsors. Oh shit.
Forest Maze Mycology, your one-stop shop for all your trippy and mushy supply needs. We carry premium dried mushrooms, mushroom
Sure,
chocolate bars, mushroom gummies, blue honey, and also accessories, agar, gourmet liquid cultures, grain products, substrate, and research liquid cultures, all discreetly shipped directly to your door. Contact Lowe's and Loud Podcast to order today.
that's fucking right. Now,
Oh yeah, and that's Shelly did the voice on that.
if you want to grow, the way to do it is always, always, always going to be fucking like just get the tubs, fuck doing it in the bag, Man, people need to research mushrooms more. I was about to ramble when I shouldn't do that.
No, it's all good. I never got into actually growing them myself, so I don't know. I don't know the process for that, but
I like consuming them.
I haven't grown them in
actually,
a good long time.
I haven't actually had anything psychedelic in a while. It's been a long time. So I mean, just finding the time for it nowadays is not top on the priority list. But I've definitely had some years. I was living in Ohio by myself for like 10 years. On the family property, 7 acres of just nothing but, pond, willow tree, forest. Some nights I'd stand by the fire pit and just fucking chill there with my cats and talk to the universe,
Yeah, for
Were
sure.
any of your designs done while you were tripping?
I'm not really functional creatively while I'm in the process of tripping, but like afterwards, one of the ROC's album, Digital Voodoo, I designed after a night of mushrooms. So like it definitely helped guide what I was seeing, at least. You know what I'm saying? Like in my head of what I pictured. I really love how that album turned out creatively.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Um,
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. That's fresh as fuck. I
that was
can
fun.
see the influence.
That's the one that stands out to me the most. I don't really know. A lot of my album scales some of it I wrote after A Night of Tripping. So, well, the last song specifically, Shift, was written along a journey.
This is what you're referencing right here. Let me bring it up a little
Yeah.
bigger.
Yeah. It's a dope album too.
Yeah, it is. He's so underrated.
He's amazing. Yeah, I love his shit. THEOOC. Yeah,
Yeah.
That shit right there.
that digital voodoo.
Man.
Yeah, that's sick.
Sorry, I'm caught on the details. That is really fucking cool.
Is that like electrons and shit coming out of behind him?
It's like
His head
some wires and some different like energies and shit. Like just you know.
I even just like
triple
these
shit.
little details, like the few squares that are slightly off from the rest and shit.
Mhm.
All that shit, like right there. I don't know. It's small details that draw me in.
Yeah, that's cool.
Very nice.
What's your favorite album artwork that you did?
Or just art in general. I was about to ask the same thing.
It's really hard to fucking nail it down, but I don't
Minecraft
know.
ROC.
Minecraft.
It made them with blocks. No, I don't know. I mean, most recognizable nowadays would probably be the Magic Ninja logo. You know,
Is that your
but
favorite though?
It's hard to pick a favorite when they're all my babies. You know, like Andy Astro from Astronomicon. You know, it's just they all hold a certain place in my heart. I guess shit that I like to do is my own album artwork mainly. I think I can be 100% creative with whatever direction I want to go in for that, which I don't have any restraint working with them and they let me design pretty much freely.
Bash, you're alive. I didn't think you were alive, dude.
He still exists.
Buddy? Whoop.
So maybe we could rephrase it a little. If you had something you had to like send in to somebody and you were like, "Hey, just send me one of your pieces, fucking, hey," what would you show them, you know, to like encapsulate your art?
I mean, the one thing that everybody always clings to is the coloring book, the Juggalo coloring book. So, I mean, that encompasses my style in a nutshell. Especially the one I'm pushing nowadays is the greatest hits. It's not the individual 3 volumes. It's basically the best of all 3 volumes put into one book, and it's it's some of my best drawing work anyway that I've done, and it also is tattoos all over the world with these pictures on them. It blows my mind that it's still is people still like it like they did back when I first started doing it 20 years ago. So this is the 20-year anniversary of volume 1 for that. And yeah, I think that's my most definitive piece that I don't know if that's what people will remember me for, but that's what people remember me for. Usually they say, "Oh, that's the coloring book guy from The Gathering," some shit like that. But if I had a choice of my own projects that I push, I would say like Scales, my album, is definitively me. You know what I'm saying? This is a little piece of the universe that I cut off for you to enjoy and pick apart and hopefully understand what I'm saying and I don't know, go on the ride with me,
I like that description of it.
Bash said, "Tell a crazy story."
Do I have crazy stories?
You gotta have some crazy stories.
So
You're
I don't know if you're into like extraterrestrials or aliens or plasmoids or any of that kind of stuff, but okay. So when I was living at my house in Ohio by myself, I had this I would call it a dream before I knew more about it, but we'll say it was a dream where I walked into my office area and I reached around the bookshelf to turn the light on and some little alien hand reached out to grab me. Okay. So then I woke up And then I look up in my doorway, and there's two silhouettes of these beings just standing there in my doorway in the light in the hallway. And I'm like, this isn't real. And then I woke up. And then I can't talk right now. Sorry. And then so I brushed it off as it was just a dream type shit until just last year, my brother and his wife came to visit us up here in Detroit now. And we were sitting around the fire outside my backyard. And his wife, Stacy, said, she started telling us about this dream she had about how we were having a party at my house at the pond. And she was looking for everybody, but couldn't find anybody. She walked in and reached around the bookshelf to turn the light on in my office to see if anybody was in there. And something reached out and grabbed her hand. And she told me this, and I was like, are you fucking serious? Like, you had that dream, and I've never told anybody about my situation. And I like got chills. I'm like, fucking, how weird is that? And she explained it exactly the way I explained the one that reached out and grabbed my hand. So it's like, it makes me feel like something really happened, like there was some kind of
connection there. Yeah.
So it was really weird. And that's kind of crazy. And we've seen multiple UFOs between me and my brothers and my family throughout our lifetimes.
Fuck, sorry. You reminded me of something from years ago. Speaking of dreams and UFOs, fucking, I had this weird nightmare one time. I walked into an upstairs room in my old house, and somebody was there. They fucking left, the roof starts just peeling off, and it's a very generic looking UFO. I just start getting fucking levitated up, which seems silly in and of itself, just weird dream. But that was the first night in my life. The next night, I woke up, I go through the day still thinking about it. That night, that was the first time I've seen what I think was a UFO, because I saw something looking like it was just there, fucking gone. It looked like a shooting star that had paused in place.
I mean, it's pretty crazy shit. Yeah. To see something like that, I mean, it kind of makes you wonder about everything.
I've seen a lot of weird shit in the sky, man.
Yeah, and like dreaming something, and then when you're awake, going into a situation where you just dreamt that. It's pretty crazy too.
Yeah.
I personally think there are aliens out there. I don't know, if they're fucking technologically advanced, or maybe it is just microbes on another planet, but there's for sure some sort of alien life.
I feel like a lot of it is a little bit of everything, like
universe is huge.
The plasmoids, the grays, the different entities, the different things that come out of the ocean, the fucking, whatever you want to call it, it's all part of the same mystery.
Tremors creatures.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Drake equation shit, Wilson.
Anyways.
Sure. I'm gonna jump off here. I'm gonna go get something to eat.
Yeah, I'll send y'all on your way. It was great talking with you guys.
For sure, buddy. Appreciate it.
Let's do it again sometime.
For sure. Whenever you want to jump on, just drop news about something. You're more than welcome.
All right.
Yeah,
for sure.
Sorry, I popped on feeling kind of rough.
Yeah, I hope everything get better for you.
Just a tired fucking morning. Don't know why. Might be sick.
Yeah, that's no good.
Probably fucking diabetes or something forming. Maybe. It's not a joke. I eat too much sugar.
All right, bro.
Hey,
y'all take care. Yeah, y'all take care and have a good rest of your weekend.
You too.
Call me.
Whoop whoop.
Whoop whoop.